What's going on, guys? It's me, Igo Yard here, bringing you guys a Modern Warfare 3 gameplay commentary on the map Arcading. When I'm gonna be using in this commentary is the PP90 M1, and I think I had a pretty good game here. I think I went about 33 and 10, and you might see me pick up the MP7 a lot in this gameplay commentary because I absolutely love this gun and I haven't unlocked it yet. So without further ado, let's get into this commentary. This commentary is gonna be about life stories, and I'm gonna be starting up this series. Now this is gonna be episode 1, and since I'm gonna be starting high school in about a couple of days, I'm gonna start doing some high school life stories too, so expect that to come in the future. So let me get into these stories about me, my house getting robbed, actually on a couple of occasions, and I believe it was about 3 times I've gotten robbed, and I really am surprised I gotten robbed this much because I actually live in a pretty good neighborhood and not a lot of people actually get robbed. We don't appear on the news very much for crime and stuff, so I really am surprised by that. So let me talk about the first incident. Now the first incident, I believe it was very preventable. There's a back door to our house where pretty much if you leave that door open, you almost have full access to our house because we don't lock the door inside of our house, inside the garage there. So pretty much if you gain access to the back door, which leads inside the garage, you have full access to the house. And I believe we left that back door open, so that's how they got into the house, and they stole my GameCube. I was about in elementary school at that time, and they pretty much took everything else, and I think they took quite a few TVs and some silverware. So let's talk about the second incident. The second incident, it happened with pretty much my dad hired these people, and they were working on our bathroom because the bathroom needed some, remodeling, just a whole new uplift to it. So he hired some people, and pretty much need to say he took me out to baseball practice, I believe, and pretty much when we come back, they're finished and they're gone, right? So come next day when we leave again and we come back to the house, the TV is gone. I go in his back room where he has a TV, about a 40, I think 36-inch TV, and I go up to the den. I go back up to the den. I'm like, why should he gone? And he's like, my TV's gone. And so we go back to the back. And we find the TV's missing. Then I realized that the DVR box, the cable box that gives us cable in the big TVs of the den, the 56-inch TV. Surprisingly, the people who were working on our house, I believe, were trying to get that TV out too, but we came back just in time because they're about to take that TV because the DVR box was pulled out and the TV was a bit off the stand. So we came back just in time, but what happened then was because they were working on our house and we left, they actually left the window open so they could get back in, and they tore open the screen door in a back room, and I believe they had one of their sons come in because the back screen door to one of the rooms is very, very small, so they had to have at least somebody to get in, and I believe that person let them unlock the door, and that's how they got in. But then we came back just in time because I believe they were going for the second TV in the den, so we're lucky to stop them from getting that TV. So pretty much that time, that needs to say that don't let anybody in your house that you don't trust. And what happens is, what leads us to actually believe that those are the people who actually did it is because my dad, he hired one of his friends hired that same person to work for them and clean up something in their house, or work on something in their house. My friend actually, his dad's friend actually found out that one of their windows was left open, so they locked the window before the people could come back. Luckily, Dad found out. So those people, they're crooks trying to get into people's houses, working, then they leave the door open, go back and steal some goods. I mean, come on, we hire you, we give you some money, and then come on, you can go buy some TVs with that money. I mean, but we replaced that TV, not a big deal. But actually the biggest robbery is coming up next, and this is the one I was really pissed off about. Because at this time, I had my PlayStation 3 for a while, about maybe 4 or 3 years now, and I just purchased the Xbox probably 2 months ago. And let's say a day from school, I come back a day from school, and my dad tells me when I get in the car that the house has been robbed, and I'm like, well, are you serious? The house has been robbed. I'm like, what did they take? They took everything. They took my TV. they took my Xbox, they took my PlayStation, they took all the games, and you know how mad I was. I mean, all my precious gaming equipment gone. I mean, I was without a console for at least about a month or two, and I was pretty mad. And my friends say that they're on Xbox for a while because they said they're inviting me to a party and I wasn't coming, and I was like, man, these people, they're on my Xbox, using my Xbox Live, and I was mad about that. You use my Xbox Live, break into my house, use my Xbox Live. Luckily they didn't take the TV, but what happened is they cut. We had an alarm in, but we actually didn't set the alarm for a while because we aren't really expecting people to rob us that much, and really they were being extra safe to make sure they didn't get robbed, because what happened is they actually cut the power wires. So actually they cut the powers to the house, the wires to the house, so pretty much if they were gonna come into the house, the alarm was gonna be off, so they cut the wires to that. Then how they got in was, there's this little thing on the side of the windows, how you lift it up and then it let you inside the house. Well, I guess they did something, and it from the outside they did something where it made it open. And I believe that my mom still believes the people who broke into the house were the people who were actually working across the street on another house, renovating it, or spicing it back up a bit. And actually my mom still believes to this date those people were the same people who actually tried to break into the house and steal the stuff. And it actually has to be a pretty good, I think it's a pretty good theory, because these people, they lived about they lived the people that were working on the house, they lived about one house down. I mean, they were one house down from us, because every day they could see how we were going, and they were there for a while to work on that house. So they could see how our schedule was. Like every day I go to school, what time my mom gets back, what time we get back. So they had a pretty good estimate of what the time frame would be to steal everything. But it still looks like they were in a rush, because they left because there's at least a cable cord strewn across this store. I mean, across the hallway there. Let's see, my mom's jewelry, it was about ransacked. It looked like it was ransacked pretty hard. And they left the computer. I mean, when robbers, they actually don't leave the computers. I mean, they actually do leave the computers quite a few times, because they don't feel like unhooking the cables. TV's quite easier to steal, along with game consoles, because it's pretty much a 1, 2, 3, take out the power cable, AV cables, and you're set to go. But yeah, I was pretty mad about that robbery that time, and it was pretty bad, because they knew. I mean, like, you have to be mad at that when people just go into your house, steal stuff because they don't want to work for their own stuff. And I worked hard for that PlayStation and that Xbox, because I've been saving up for that stuff for at least about a month or so. I got that PlayStation for Christmas, but I was working hard for that Xbox, and I just got it. But need to say, my mom bought another one for me, and I haven't been robbed since for about at least a whole year now, so I'm pretty happy about that. So that's pretty much it. This commentary is about to come to a close here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this life stories episode. I enjoyed making it too. Expect more. High school's coming in about a couple of days. I'm going to be a freshman, and so you can expect some live stories on my high school first day commentary, on what I see from the first day, what the first day was like. So that's it for this video. If you liked the video, comment, rate, subscribe, and peace.